Hey there folks, it's me, Safari Sam, and today we have more isopods. Here we have 2 batches of powder oranges. See these little orange isopods? Very friendly little critters. Say hello. Yeah. But we got about 20 from Josh's frogs. A couple of them didn't survive, but it's actually okay because I was just able to feed them to our African bullfrog, who's just a froglet now, but they're growing up. Pretty cool. But today we are going to take these isopods and put them in the enclosure we made. Now remember, when we built this isopod enclosure, we were told by the bio dude that it would come with ventilation mesh pre-installed, and it did not. We're going to have to buy our own mesh and etc. to cement it on here and cut our own holes and everything. I do have some slits in it for ventilation, which you probably can't see really well, but they are there. Alright, they are there. But they're not super obvious. But I went back and asked them about it, and I was apparently told that the response given to me wasn't a human being. It was generative AI, and it just lied to me. If you've seen Adam Conover's video on generative AI, you know how terrible it is at getting things correct. So I'm not surprised that it told me the opposite of the truth. So if you get one of these isopod kits from the bio dude and you ask them in their chat, which is not disclosed as generative AI, it should say generative AI on it when it sends you a message, but it doesn't, it won't have it installed. When it sends you an automated message that's typed up by a human and stored for certain things, it says automated on it. And when a real human messages you, it doesn't say anything. But it also doesn't say anything when generative AI messages you. So be careful in the BioDude chat. They make magnificent products. Like really, they actually do make incredible products that like everybody who's big in the hobby uses. Sometimes they sponsor people. They're not sponsoring me because my show is terrible and no one in their right mind would ever sponsor me. But still, we did add a couple things. Right on the front here, we added a P-Touch label. No, I don't know why they're called that. It's odd, I agree. Yeah, you can see the P-Touch. It's got the genus, which is Porcellanides, and the species Prionidodes, but they're orange powder isopods. We're probably going to call them something like the Orange Enclave, or whatever. But here we have a beautiful enclosure, which I see a couple little moldy spots that I'm going to have to pick out. Luckily, we also have something for that. You know who's really good at eating mold? Springtails! Here are some springtails from Josh's frogs. They're in carbon. I don't know if you'll be able to see them. They're incredibly tiny white bugs. And when you take the lid off, they all immediately scurry away. But they are super tiny creatures in this little carbon here. And I'm just gonna spread that throughout the enclosure. And of course, I'm gonna inspect it for springtails, and then I'm gonna also mix it in a bit better. Alrighty, I think we have some nice springtails mixed in there. I did make sure there were several crawling around. They'll eat mold and isopod waste, etc. They're a cleanup crew for the cleanup crew, and I did take the 2 kind of moldy spots out of here completely. Turns out that bug chow actually molds pretty quick. The bug grub from the Wild Dude, also really good. I put some in each of these. Just a little bit in each of these, and they ate almost all of it. One ate it in an entirety, and the other 8, almost all of it, but not quite. So yeah, these guys are now going to go in here, and the little bit that was left in here did mold. You can see the little holes where I picked it out. But this substrate is really nice and fluffy, and I'm going to add it all in because I don't want to accidentally throw out any. When I was removing the mold, I did find some isopods buried in here that I had not previously seen. Come on, little friends. I don't want to hurt any of you. Come on. Onto the cork bark with you. I don't want to cover the cork bark with any of this substrate, but I do want them to just kind of gently go in here. There we go. Go on. Ah, good. So these little critter, oh, that's a little much. So that's one batch in. They really went underground pretty much immediately. There's still a couple climbing in the sphagnum moss back here, but they seem pretty happy so far. And I'm also going to put all of these oranges in there, and they should be pretty happy as well. And that's it. Our oranges are in their new home, thanks to Josh's Frogs and the Bio Dude for supplying these. Once again, not sponsored. I paid full price for everything, but they are good products. These are beautiful little orange guys, and hopefully I can get a really great colony going. I mainly intend to just keep them as a pet, but also use them as feeders, and I'm hoping to get some sort of bioactive setup for a reptile in the future. I think that would be really great for us. So that's it. Thank you all once again for the support. We got our Springtails, we got our Isopods, and I'm very, very happy with them. And we'll do a vid telling you all about this particular species of isopod in the future. That's it. Thank you all once again. I'll see you all next time. Bye for now.